can't do this. He said, I knew your heart, that you cannot be moved anyhow. That's why I loved you. That's why I took you, because I saw your heart. Then I said, yes. Then he said, that one who is visiting you, the one who say when he visits you, he makes you to feel not to be comfortable. He is visiting you because he wants to bring you back to those people. Then I said, no way, I'll fight that person. He can't take me from my people. That's what I'm saying. He can't take me from my people. I'll make sure I fight that person. Then he told me, he said, daughter, that's the heart. That's what he told me. He said, that's the heart. And you know, that's why I equipped a lot of things in you. That's why I taught you a lot of things. That's why I revealed a lot of my secrets to you. Because I saw your heart, that you can't be easily carried away. Then I said, no one can take me away from you, mother. I spoke like that. Then I said, when that person comes in, I'm prepared for him this time. Because I didn't know that he's coming here to disturb my freedom. He's coming here to disturb my peace. Then after discussing with him, he told me, he said, the only thing that you can stop the coming of that man is for your body to be killed. Because when your body is killed, your spirit will be hanging on the air. So he will not desire to come and take you, because he will not have a place to put you in. Then I said, okay, it's a good idea. So what should we do now? That we should kill that body? Because you have been trying to kill it. You have been giving ideas, burying it. People are not burying it. You have been telling them, oh dear, making it to die in accident. It is not happening. So how did we kill? How can we kill it? Then he told me that it's only you now who can destroy your body. When you reject your body, that means you destroy your body. But when you say, I love that one, I like it, that means you cannot destroy it. Then I said, what do I do now? He said, you must hate it, kill it. But there was something that was happening that could make me to withdraw. The more I make it to feel pain, the more I feel pain as well. It was a strange thing that was not happening at the first. At the first, I would torture it, nothing will happen to me. But this time, when I would torture it to death, that means there me also, I'm down. When I would hit it hard, that means I'm heated also. That was what was happening. If I would slap it, that means the same time I would feel being slapped. Then I was confused. It became confused to me. Then that time, now when you come at me, he changed the gear. Now this time when he comes at me, he will smile. He looks at me and he gives me a good smile. Then another heart was like, should I say he means good to me? Or should I say he means bad to me? The moment I think like this, the Jezebel said, that's not a good way to think, daughter. Remember who you are. Then the moment you say, remember who you are, I'll go back to myself. I said, I don't like this person. What happened to me? I was supposed to destroy him. I was not supposed to be thinking of him. Then he told me something. He said, the only way we can escape this one, we must remove you from this kingdom, and we must send you to the giant's kingdom. Then I accepted. I said, yes, no problem. Then he took me. He went with me to the kingdom of the giants. Those ones that are coming with the number of 66. He took me and he hid me there. But what happened? The very moment he hid me there, the whole place was shaking. The moment I just reached there, the whole place was shaking. Then those people, they were uncomfortable. And they said, no, Jezebel, come and take this one. We don't need this one in our kingdom. I was like, what is happening? I have been visiting this kingdom, but nothing was happening. When I'm in need of their help, but if these things was not happening, what is happening to me? Does that mean that I'm going to that wicked world? That was what was moving in my head. Then when Jezebel took me, he said, what should we do now? The only solution that is coming in my head, that's what Jezebel was telling me. It's either I must kill you, or you must be inside me. Then I said, okay, let me be inside you. Then what will happen the moment he hide me, he swallowed me to enter inside her. Then when that angel comes, a great force will happen that will push me out of her. Automatically I'll be out of her. Then when that angel smiles, this time two of us were seeing this man. Then when he looks at me, he will do nothing. He will give me a good smile that will attract his attention. He will attract me to be attracted to this one. Then Jezebel said, you know what? What I should do now? I should kill you. When I kill you, that means your body there will die and you live here. Then I thought, dying. I was like, should I allow to be killed? I was thinking, but I don't know what was happening to my brain. I was easily giving up to what Jezebel was telling me. Then I said, you mean when you kill me, that means that man will not appear to me, but I'll still be here. He said, yes, you still will be my daughter, but I should just kill you. Then I said, okay, you must kill me now. Then he said, I must prepare a festival that people, they must celebrate you, sing you, that you was part of human beings. Now you will no longer be part of human beings, you will be part of spiritual beings forever. So we must celebrate that. We must enjoy that. Then when he was preparing this, that man now he came to me. He asked me for the first time. When he came to me, he laughed. After laughing, then he asked me a question. He said, are you prepared to die? I was like confused. His voice was confusing me in the moment. Then he said, do you know that you are the chosen one of the Holy One? That was the way that he spoke to me. Then I said, yes, I know that I am the chosen one. Because Jezebel already told me that I am a special person. I am a special daughter to him. I don't know what separated me with her now. Then that man who used to come, he would tell me ways that I was getting interested. I was getting interested. But to give up, to say, I don't want to be here, it was very difficult for me. To say, I am not, for him to change me, that I am not a real daughter, or I'm not a true daughter of Jezebel. It was very difficult for me to believe it. Then when Jezebel now was preparing, everything is ready that he is going to kill me now. Then that angel, he came. But this time, I don't know if it was the same angel or what happened. He came with the wings. He carried me like maybe I was a paper. It is moved by a wind. He just carried me like something else. And he goes up with me. Then when I was in his wings, I was like, just below here. I was struggling. I was trying to call all sorts of names. Like people, they should come to next to me. Because I knew that at that time, Jezebel was looking for me. So I was trying to tell him, to tell her, you are looking for me, I'm here. I didn't know where that person was going with me, or where he was taking me to. So I was struggling to leave. But where he hid me, the place where he hid me, it was very difficult for me that I can say I can move out. It's like he just tied me. But my mouth was not closed. I was shouting, I don't want you, I hate you, you are this. I would insult him, maybe to make that. I was like, maybe if I can insult, I'll make this thing to get angry with me, and it will just drop me. When it dropped me, I'll go back where I belong. But no matter how I spoke, no matter an insult I made, that one was not moved. He carried me up. He got me up and up. Then he went down with me. When he went down with me, he spoke to me. He said, I told you that you are the chosen one of the whole world. I said, I'm not moved with those words. Return me to my mother. I have missed my mother. I started speaking other things and I was crying by that time. Then he said, I have got something that I want to show you. After showing you this, you have got a choice. You choose whether you want to go back to your mother or you want to hear what I want to tell you, because I have brought you a good news. Then I was like, I'm not interested to see what you want to show me. Just take me back to my mother. Then that man, everything he was doing, he was using force on me. Then he took me to a place. That place was full of darkness. The place was smelling. When I looked at that place, I said, I have never been at this place before. I don't want this place, take me out. He said, no, you need to be here, because if you go back to that mother of yours, you still won't come to this place. Then as I was looking at that place, I started feeling heat, like fire is consuming me. I was uncomfortable, I'm telling you. I was uncomfortable. But that journey, as I was moving, he said to me, I want to tell you where you are. This place where you are is a journey that I'm taking you to hell. I was like, you're taking me to hell. I'm told already that hell belongs to the Christians. Why are you taking me to hell? Did I tell you that I'm suffering? Why are you bringing me here? Jezebel told me that because there I'm enjoying, I'll keep on enjoying forever. This is why people that doesn't want to leave the kingdom of darkness, because they're cheated. They thought that you keep on enjoying forever. Christians are suffering, they'll go to hell, they'll keep on suffering as well. I said, I don't want you to bring me here. Please take me back to my mother. But that person didn't hear me out. Then he kept going with me. Then I said, this heat is too much on me. I noticed that there was no saliva in my mouth. I noticed that the more I could cry, tears was not coming out of me. Then I said, this is too much on me. I have never felt pain like this since my day I was born. Please take me back. He kept going with me. He kept moving me. He kept moving me. He kept moving me until I reached at something. When I looked at it, I said, what is this big thing that looks like a human being? I was confused. I said, what is it? And he told me that that's hell. But he said, that's not the reason why I bring him. I want to show you where that Jezebel you say your mother is. When he took me, the first person he showed me was the devil himself. I was confused. When I looked at the same time, I saw somebody is tied with the chains. I said, what is happening here? This man is on his throne. What is he doing here? Why is he tied in chains? What is going on here? He looked at me, he laughed. He didn't speak a word. He laughed. Then I said, maybe I don't stick here. Then he moved his hand on my face like this. Then when I looked, I noticed that that man is suffering. I was like, yeah. So who is on the throne then? What is happening? I saw this man with my eyes on his face. I visited the devil's throne one day. Why is he here? I saw the man in pain. I saw the man suffering. I saw those angels. I used to say angels. I saw them dying in chains that they can't even accept. I said, what is going on here? He said, I want you to see your mother. You say you love your mother? He said, I was like trying to give you. But when he mentioned of mother, I said, yes, I love my mother. What about my mother? I said, you think my mother also is tied like this? Then he said, don't worry, I want to show your mother. Then when he showed me, I saw somebody in pain. I saw things like wings. I don't know how I can explain it. The way it was eating her. The way it was screaming. I was like, Mother, what are you doing? Why are you screaming? I spoke. I said, why are you screaming? Come out of that place. You don't mean that there is nothing different. Nobody can tell you. Nobody can mix up around you. What is happening? But the way I could speak, she could not respond because I saw a person in pain. I was like, then who is that person I saw there? I felt like releasing tears this time. I said, oh, then who is that person? You mean my mother is this one? I asked him. But he would not respond. He would just look at me, then he would laugh. Then he took me back to that devil. Then when I looked, then that hatred came in me now. I said, I hate this place. Please take me out of this place. He said, no. Do you desire to see more? Because all of those queens and kings you you see them there, they're already here. That's why they say they are not as a spirit. That's why they were like, no one can deliver us. No one can destroy us. You will destroy us today, we will melt like an ice. Then we'll come up again, we'll appear. Nobody can kill us. You see what is happening? When I looked, I got to say, Winnie Joy, what is happening to you? You Winnie Bella, and you Winnie Elizabeth, what is happening? I was confused. Everything of me was confused at that time. I said, what is happening here? Then he asked me, he said, you have got a choice. Do you want to be killed and come to this place, or you want to follow me? Then I was like, I was thinking, my head was not working proper at that time. I was like, should I follow this man? But when I looked, the person was showing me, I will see those people in pain. And I would like, please, can you take me out of this place? Then I'll make a decision. But he was like, no, you should make a decision now. Because there's a moment you make a decision. If you say, I want to be killed there, then there's a moment I want to be killed. You be killed there and you come straight to this person. I said, I'll be tortured and gospel that torture. He said, he told me that it will even go worse. I was like, it will go worse. So he was speaking a lot of things that I should get afraid. Then I said, with the one hand, I said, I don't want to die. I want to go with you. But I was saying, if he takes me out of here, I'll tell him that I want to go back to my mother. Then he was like, he was standing whatsoever I was thinking at that time. Then he said, you can't cheat me. Neither can you fool me. I know what is in your mind. So say it now. I was confused. I didn't know. I didn't deny. I was like, this is not my dear mother. This man has just faked everything here. That I must say, I don't want my mother again. Then he took me back home. When he took me now, I didn't know where he took me. But when he took me to this place, when I looked at this place, I started comparing it with the kingdom of darkness. Then I loved that place. I said, you know, it's good that you are taking me to places like this. Not that place where you take me to. The place is smelling. I'm used to be at a place like this one. I fit this kind of place. Then he said, do you like that place? Then I said, yes, oh, I love that place. Then he said, choose. Do you want to go to this place, or you want to go back to your mother now? Then when I looked at how beautiful that place was, I said, forget about my mother this time. Take me to that place. Then he said, are you sure? I said, yes. I don't want to go to my mother, and I don't want that place. Then he said, do you want to die or do you want to die? Then I said, I don't want to die anymore as long as you are taking me to that place.